we'll try and
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Does anybody have any issues or questions or comments about the meeting minutes from March 1st?
I wasn't here, but they looked good.
I looked through it. I thought they looked good. Anybody else? Okay,
So I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from March 1st.
motion.
Second.
All in favor of approving the minutes? Aye. Opposed? We have that done. Our item of the day, item number 2, under administrative items, 2.1 DR 2022-01, consideration and action on a design review application for a medical cannabis cultivation operation located at approximately 1901 South 5100 West. And Mr. Burton.
Yeah, just want to say thank you guys for being willing to meet on such a short notice. The reason for the meeting, as you may have gathered, is we've got the applicant that has a deadline, which happens to be the same day. It would be on the 12th, actually. So we wanted to make sure that it got done and not push it to the last minute in case there were issues with the planning commission meeting on the 12th. So we appreciate you meeting on short notice. But we were able to publish the required notices and everything to be able to have this meeting. So thanks for being here. And Rick's not here. He's asked that I fill in for him. So this item, as you've probably seen if you got the staff report, is a medical cannabis cultivation operation located at 1901 South 5100 West in Ogden. I forgot that we were going to be in this room. Otherwise, you usually have that little screen in front of you to see. So I apologize that you don't have more to look off of than this, but I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the location. But if you're not, here it is with some zoning overlaid on it. So this is in the A2 zone. In the county code under A2, it does allow for a cannabis production establishment, and it is a permitted use in the A2 zone, which requires permitted use for a commercial use requires a design review. So that's what is being presented before you today is their design review application. There is a specific chapter for cannabis production establishments, and I will just point out just a few things to you. C, it talks about what can be done in the A2 and A3 zones. It says in the A2 and A3 zones, the following standards shall apply. It specifically states first that it is restricted to only a cultivation facility as defined by state code, which a cultivation facility would mean that they're not able to do anything other than grow the product on the site. And it's my understanding that there's not any plans for production or manufacturing of the product, just simply the cultivation and growing. The other requirements, as you can see on here, the A2 and A3 zones combined, no more than one cannabis production establishment is allowed to be in operation at any one time. This is the first that we've received. So this would be the only one allowed in the A2 and A3 zones. And anyone who wants to come after would either have to change the ordinance. Well, they'd have to change the ordinance in order to be allowed. 3, the minimum lot area required is 20 acres. The proposed site is, I think, about 75 acres. The minimum setback from any property line is 100 feet, and we verified that it meets that requirement for any property line. The architectural, landscape, and screening design standards are applicable. We verified that those are met. The establishment has to be located on land that has access from a street that meets currently adopted street standards. I know the Planning Commission is well aware of a planned street to go through property near here, but with the existing 5100 West and their access off of it, we feel that the portion that they access from does meet the county adopted standards. Let's see, 7, if a residential use exists, within 500 feet, there has to be a land berm or some, or screening to block that view. And there currently is a berm to block the view of the operation to the south. And then there's not any proposed outdoor cultivation of the plants. And so with this specific section, we feel that the owner has checked all of those boxes, as well as the boxes in the design review chapter. So our recommendation as staff is that you approve the proposal based on any review agency requirements, as well as based on the findings that are in the staff report. You have any questions for me?
I just had one quick one, Steve. When we went through this code, so this has to do with item number 2. I didn't remember that we were limited to one in any given zone, which I know it's in the A2, A3 zone, but that one, and I get now it is the way it is, but that one kind of, when I read through this earlier, it kind of surprised me. But
I thought we
allowance
just
for
limited the
one.
size of acreage.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, it was a minimum
30,
20
40,
acres.
30,
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. So other than that,
Yeah, when it got to the county, by the time it got to the county commission, that was a specific change and rule that they wanted to add.
okay.
I don't remember exactly why, because it maybe naturally kind of seems like it should be allowed, maybe within a certain distance, like Commissioner McCormick said, but that's one of the changes the county commission wanted to see to that ordinance.
Okay.
So are they just asking for a design review or a conditional use permit?
Design review approval.
So they'll come back later for conditional use?
No, what made you think about a conditional use?
Well, it says right here. Oh, never mind, sorry. Too many meetings there. It's a permitted use in this zone, sorry. We don't need to, that's why.
Anything else, commissioners? It looks like we have some folks here that may, if we want to get any questions answered or concerns.
I guess a question for you guys. Where there now is a development happening east of you. So there is a berm over there, along there.
The facility that we would be cultivating in is lower, and there's about a 12-foot berm and other greenhouses that would block the view. Plus
It ain't
plus a
gonna-
reservoir.
Looks all the same anyway. I just was curious.
Yeah, there is. It's about a 12, 14-foot berm.
So where this is existing, you're not proposing no new buildings, right?
So you guys, did you have a permit previously, but not from medical marijuana? Or is this something new to your operation?
This is new. So what had happened was the zoning approval for the A2 zone for medical cannabis was approved, but not the site. And so for the conditional use permit is what we're here for.
Oh,
Not
Not-
an conditional
Or-
use.
no, but the-
But if you're not adding no new buildings, I guess.
It's a state requirement.
Yeah.
And then-
This, we're dealing with the state, and that's why
And they've required that Weber County approve
the site.
the site. for-
Even though it's an existing site, it's not.
So the land use of marijuana, cannabis growing has never been approved at the county. So formally, they did need to come in and get that approval.
Oh, I see. Because it was just, I see with you. Okay, I'm good.
Anything else? Well, on that note then, I'll ask for a motion.
Chair, I recommend that we recommend approval, or I'll make a motion to recommend approval of the design review application 2022-01 for medical cannabis cultivation operation located at 1901 South, 5100 West, Ogden. This recommendation is based on any review agency comments and the following conditions. The cultivation operation must follow all allowable county and state regulations. This recommendation is based on the following findings. The proposed use conforms with the Western Weaver General Plan. The proposed use is not anticipated to be detrimental to public health, safety, or welfare. The proposed use complies with applicable county ordinances. The proposed use is use if conditions are imposed, it is not anticipated to deteriorate the environment or negatively impact surrounding properties and uses.
Good. Have a motion. I'll look for a second. Second. Motion and a second. Commissioner Edwards.
Yes.
Commissioner Clance.
Yes.
Commissioner Andriotti. Aye. Commissioner Call.
Aye.
And Commissioner Wood.
Uncle Keith.
Part of the family. All right.
I'm part of your family.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much.
Is that what
We
we would love to,
Wants
if
it
you,
on the lake for it.
if you like take the price down to reasonable, we would buy it, but.
If you do that, ensure they will.
That's what I just told him.
Every time I leave the meeting, Brent changed it, so we can't do that. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I can't miss a meeting and then I see that.
He's visited us multiple times, but the price is still. steep for us.
Hey, Stephen, in ordinance, why do they need to have a
It would
screening
be very
where
nice.
all this stuff's going indoors?
Good luck with your endeavor.
Because industrial,
Are you sure you're
medical and recreational is always.
Thanks for being here. Just on the record, you set the
Where's the
facts.
weed?
It's just, I agree.
You have no
It's
leads.
kind of like a-
We tried really hard to.
This was
we have
adopted back in
approved it.
2020,
Already
and was
there.
actually right in.
So they love me for it.
They knew that
Oh,
they
you got
were
a
growing.
Thank you
Well,
very much.
anytime you want to visit, let us know, please.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
I
time.
think just in
Thank you.
general,
Thank you.
No,
it's a good idea to run
anytime.
and
Any public comment?
so that residents
No public.
Okay.
aren't
You've done a good job
But I think
scaring
you're
them
right.
off.
If they have to be always standards
Good some
and
of
it's indoors.
planning director's comments.
burn. I agree.
Steve?
You got any comments, planning directors?
I do not,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Well, the comment is that this did not go long enough. This is the
Legally,
first
it
time ever.
has to go till 5:15.
Yeah. So, well done.
By the time you walk upstairs, it'll be there.
Okay, all right.
All right. Got a motion?
I'll make motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
I made all three motions today. I'm done for next.
What a minute.
We're back, Brent.
I won't be to the next one, so someone's got to
You
take
gotta
care of
figure
it.
out what you're doing, throw people out, because I don't think he's giving up.
I will.
Well, they've got it surrounded, you gotta do something.
I just told them, they need to buy it.
Yeah, go negotiate.